Well, hello everybody, it's Mr. Lee David Carter here, and I wanted to talk about hair loss and regrowth for the hair, basically. I mean, I'm 53 and I'm 54 this year, and I started T over a decade ago, okay? So I wanted to talk about hair loss and go through it with you a little bit, and hoping that whatever I tell you today in this video will be able to help you, okay, whatever stage you're at, or if you're about to start testosterone, or whether you already started it, okay. So, I used to have like really thick hair, and it used to be quite long, quite thick, and I used to, I'd say after about 3 to 4 years of starting testosterone, I started to notice hair loss, and what I noticed was I started receding around the sides, and I started going bald on top. If you can see that, yeah, you can see at the very top, started to go bald. And then my partner, she turned around and she suggested some ideas. But we'll talk about that a little bit later on, and what it is I've done over the last 3 years in order to stop the thinning and the hair loss and so forth. So I remember, when I first started the process to go on testosterone, having a long conversation with the doctor about it all. And, I remember him advising me and turning around saying to me, well, when you start T, it's possible that you could end up having hair loss and end up having a bald head and things like that. But, start going bald, which is what men do. A lot of men go bald and they lose their hair. So, after about 3 or 4 years, I started to notice basically that, I was losing hair. I started receding around the sides and at the top of the head. As you can see, it's got a bit of a shape to it. It's sort of like receding around the front and around the side bit. Sort of receding at the front and at the top there. It all depends. I mean, it's like, with any guy, we're all different. Well, we are all different. Some people, some guys don't go bald. They end up having their hair throughout their life, really, or they don't really thin out. They don't really lose hair. But the way I would look at it is that, it did have a little bit of an effect on me, confidence-wise. I've got to be honest, losing hair, because I've always had hair and I've always been confident in my looks like that. So, like, to lose hair, it can have a little bit of an effect on you like that. People would turn around and say to me, why don't you just shave your hair off and go bald? But there's no way that I was going to do that. I just could not do that. I've always sort of had hair on my head and I've always kind of styled it, and I would never do that. It's just not my thing. So, yeah, basically, I started noticing it receding. So all those basically that are looking to start testosterone, please don't worry, okay? Because, don't worry too much, because, remember, we are all different, and it's all to do with genetics or hereditary or hormone levels. If I brought up genetics, if I was to look at my brother, my younger brother, and I look at my father, again, although they've got hair on their head, they started receding at the top, going bald and literally round the front bit. I'm not saying so much the sides. I think like just receding at the front and at the top, and losing hair, like thinning out rather than thick, becoming thinner. Because, like I said, everybody's different. So, it plays an important part, I think, hereditary as well, with hair loss. Whether you take T or you take hormones, or, any hair loss, really, in general, really, to be honest. So when I look at my parents, they have hair, both of them. And I remember, you know, some men can go bald in their 20s, some men can go bald even younger than that, to be honest. So, you know, when I started T testosterone and I started to go bald, and this was later on after about 3 years, you know, because I wanted facial hair, I wanted that masculine look. You know, through puberty, you know, I was going through it all over again, and I wanted those changes of masculinity. And because, you know, suffering with dysphoria, you know, thinking I'm in the wrong body, I needed to have, it needed to match with my identity. Although I was assigned female at birth, I needed to match with being male, because I felt dysphoric completely, and in every way. So, you know, I remember when my dad used to shave in the mirror, I'd watch. I was a very young kid, 6 or 7, right down to dressing up in the wardrobe and taking his suits and shoes out. So I knew that I was completely in the wrong body. Okay, so after a period of time, over the years, losing more and more hair, I would not, you know, I wouldn't shave my head. I would not shave my head off, shave my hair, shave the hair off my head, I just wouldn't do it. So, and I would not get stressed over it either, basically. So, if you start stressing too much, you will lose your hair, so don't stress about it, okay? I mean, I'm 53 now, okay, so you really don't need to stress. So what happened was I made some changes in my life in order to tackle with the hair loss. And my advice to people out there, trans men going through this process, or any men out there really watching this, is with regards to hair growth. I looked online over the years and did some research, right down to I was actually going to have hair follicle implants put in at one point. I was being contacted by a clinic in London to have a hair transplant at one point, because a lot of men do that. And I decided not to do that for now. There was lots of different ways you could do that, having a hair transplant, or, you know, where they replace the follicles, which is quite a long process. There are different methods that they can use to do that as well. I know they can replace the follicles, maybe at the front or at the top, wherever you're receding, they can do that. And they were in touch with me over a period of time, and I decided I didn't want to do that. So the other option was, now after doing my research and looking online, I noticed how there are a lot of products out there, and I have tested some of these products over the years, and to be honest, none of them really worked for me. Although there is one product that's come out called Waterman's, which I haven't tried yet, but I believe in using natural products, okay? And over the last 2-3 years, after speaking to my partner, she put me onto certain products you can use in order to regrow those follicles on your head, and to make the hair thicker rather than thinning out, and also to stimulate hair growth. And just recently, when I went to the barber's to have my hair cut, which was just recently, a couple of days ago, I just went in there and had a haircut, and he turned and said to me, "Do you know what, Lee, you've got little baby follicles growing at the very top, and it's not just growing back elsewhere." He says, "They're growing back, the hairs are growing back, the follicles." So this really does work. So you have to be patient with this, because it does work. And even though there's hair products out there online and everything, I decided to go, after speaking to my partner, what I've been doing the last 2-3 years is I've been using aloe vera. Okay, now after I've done a workout at the gym and I've had a shower, I always, or in the mornings or whenever, I always use this aloe vera product. It is a god plant. It's a magnificent natural product you could use, or even fresh aloe vera. You can buy it in the market, and just rub it in your skin, rub it in your hair, because what this does, aloe vera, it helps with hair regrowth. It's a natural product. I remember travelling to Portugal and places around the world, Mexico. When you go abroad in the warmer countries, Mediterranean or warmer climates, you'll notice it's a big aloe vera, natural plant grown. People even put this in their food. This aloe vera is good for so many parts of the body. And it's not just the skin, the hair. This helps with hair regrowth. So I use that. The other thing I've been using is Moroccan oil. As you can see there, Moroccan oil. And most of these hair products that are online that they're talking about regarding hair growth, that's in the product, but I use it naturally. This is proper Moroccan oil. It's a little bit expensive. You can get this in Boots in the UK. And I also use Moroccan oil, the same product, shampoo and conditioner. It's got pure Moroccan oil in it. This is a fantastic product. This will help you to grow your hair quickly, and regarding regrowth and strengthening the hair and making it thicker and the hair follicles growing back. So yeah, there is also capsules out there which have been very helpful, which are tablet format, because even with the products that you can buy online, you know, you can go out and get the natural products and just use that as a substitute, which to me is a lot better, and it works for me. And I think there's nothing better than using a natural product on your body or your skin, just like eating fruit and vegetables. You gotta use what's good for the body, you know. And what I found is by taking vitamin D tablets, vitamin D, this helps as well, and also biotin, B-I-O-T-I-N. That is another mineral that you can use as well. Use all of it. This will also help with regrowth regarding the hair. Use that as well, okay? So yeah, I started using these tablet formats, vitamin T and biotin, aloe vera and Moroccan oil products, natural Moroccan oil. And if it's a little bit more expensive, I mean, the shampoo is about £7-8 a bottle. The conditioner is the same out of Boots. And you can probably buy, if you're not in the UK, if you go onto Amazon and look for Moroccan oil, natural Moroccan oil products, this will really help hair growth. And also aloe vera, another one. Use the capsules, biotin and vitamin D. This will also help. This will help stimulate hair growth, help with the hair follicles, thicken the hair, strengthen it all, the follicles. So this is my advice to you, because I've found since using the products, like, it's started to grow back, it's getting thicker, and I've got little hair follicles now growing at the very top where I was bald. They're growing back, so it's like a little baby, like little baby hairs coming through again. So yeah, it really does work. So so that would be my advice to you, if you're losing hair through being on testosterone and you're worried about it. I mean, these are the products you can use, which I think are natural products. And if you don't want to go and do a hair transplant and you just want to grow your hair back a bit and get it thicker and grow it back, I suggest you use these products, because for years I tried the other products online. They didn't work for me, and the natural products do. Even if it means like cutting an egg and mixing it with, also use coconut oil. Coconut oil is another product. I use coconut oil on my skin and I use it in my hair. This also works. These products work. Natural products. Coconut oil, Moroccan oil, aloe vera. I've been doing it for the last 3 years and it works for me. So if it works for me, hopefully it'll work for you. You've got to try it out. And yeah, so but one thing, don't stress, because if you start stressing it'll fall out even more. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to sign off for now. You can reach me on the platform, on social media platforms. It's www.leedavidcarter.com, or you can get me on Twitter, you know, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn. Again, all of those, Lee David Carter, you can find me on there. So I'm going to sign off for now. Good luck with it all, everyone. Remember, we're not all the same, but this is a really good bit of advice through experience over the years. You know, what I've gone through with hair loss. You know, it was like, I'm losing my hair. I can't believe I'm losing my hair. I always had a lot of hair, thick hair, but yeah, it does work. You know, I'm 53 now. So in order to maintain, you know, I've got hair on my head. If you want to maintain that, then I suggest this is what you need to do. Okay. So I'm going to sign off for now. Namaste, love and light. Please press the subscribe button. Thanks for watching this video. If there's any questions you want to ask or talk about, please feel free. Just make some comments and I'll get back to you. So bye for now. Speak to you soon for more videos, podcasts. Bye for now.